Francis Bryan, my lady.
Lady Mary.
My lord. I am very glad you've come to see me. I've written a letter congratulating the king on his marriage and begging leave to wait upon Queen Jane, or do her grace such service as would please her to command me.
I'm afraid, Lady Mary, I have not come here to discuss pleasantries. His Majesty urges you to sign this.
What is it?
A list of articles recognizing the king as head of the church and your mother's marriage as incestuous and unlawful. You must also renounce Rome and freely acknowledge your illegitimacy. If you will not sign, I'm afraid Mr. Secretary Cromwell cannot guarantee your safety.
However much I love my father, your grace, and would do anything to please and satisfy him, I still cannot risk my immortal soul for the favor of an earthly king.
You are an unfilial daughter. Since you will not submit to your father, he may yet proceed against you for treason.
No, he would not. I cannot believe it.
Listen to me. I tell you, if you were my daughter, I would smash your head against the wall until it was as soft as a boiled apple. You understand? Lady Mary.
How can I renounce Rome? Or my mother's marriage, after all of my mother's sufferings?
I understand. But may I suggest that you could sign the document and then make what is called a protestation apart. That is, secretly forswear your submission before witnesses.
Is that not hypocrisy? Surely the Emperor is against my signing such a document. And the Holy Father.
Lady Mary, I must tell you in all honesty that the Emperor is no longer inclined to interfere any further in this matter. After all, you are not his subject, and since he is seeking a new alliance with the king, he would in truth be most reluctant to offend him in any way.
Then I'm on my own. What if I do not sign it?
It is very possible that the king will put you to death.
Very well.
Do you not want to read it first?
No. Only I ask if you can procure papal absolution for what I have done. So long as I live, I will never forgive myself. Your Majesty is too kind.
Mary, gifts like these are easy compared with gifts of the heart. It gives me more pleasure than I can say to see you reconciled with your father.
Mary?
Your Majesty.
Here's a note for 1,000 crowns. If you need anything else, you need only ask.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Father?
Yes. Father.
Your Majesty, the Lady Mary Tudor.
I ask Your Majesty for his blessing.
My own daughter. May I present you to Her Majesty, Queen Jane? I remember some of you were desirous that I should put this jewel to death. I've got you. You're safe. Be of good cheer, Mary. For I swear nothing now will go against you. Continue!
Are you happy?
Yes, Your Majesty.
His Majesty has agreed to give you lodgings at Hampton Court and others at Greenwich Palace. I have seen them both. They're beautiful.
I'm very grateful to His Majesty. And to you.
Everyone says my daughter is innocent. That she doesn't know any unclean or foul speech. Do you believe that? Do you believe that anybody could be that innocent? Go and find out.
Lady Mary. I wanted to apologize for my behavior. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me.
I will try, Sir Francis. Jesus asks us to forgive everyone.
Do you like games, Lady Mary?
Yes.
There's a new game at court you might enjoy.
What is it?
It's called Cunnilingus. It's an old country practice.
How do you play it?
Well, you...
I think you are making fun of me, Sir Francis. Majesty,
Sweetheart.
may I present someone to you?
Very well.
The Countess of Salisbury was my old governess.
I know. I know the lady very well. Lady Margaret.
Your Majesty.
You are very welcome here at court. I know how rarely you quit your fine house.
It is true. I prefer to live a life based on piety and traditional ways, Your Majesty.
You're an example to everyone here at court. How is your son, Reginald Pole? Is he still studying in Italy?
Yes, indeed, Your Majesty. He is now at Padua University and has more reason than most to be grateful to Your Majesty, since until very recently you continued to pay his fees.
I showed great interest in him. He showed great promise as a scholar, as well as being my cousin. Still, when he refused my offer to make him the youngest ever Bishop of Winchester, I remember I had to thump him.
Your Majesty must believe it was not ingratitude on Reginald's part. No, no. Well, he was in tears after leaving Your Majesty's presence. The truth is, my son is too much of a scholar and private person ever to desire public office or notoriety.
Then, after all, I forgive him.
Majesty.
Lady Salisbury. Are you ladies conspiring something?
We would both like to present someone else to Your Majesty this Christmastide.
Very well.
Your Majesty, this is...
My daughter Elizabeth. You don't need to tell me. Come here, child.
Votre Majesté. Ça va?
Ça va bien, ma petite. Viens ici. Attention. Je suis en famille.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum. Amen.
Mr. Ask.
Lady Mary.
I am sorry to disturb your prayers.
Not at all, since you are always a part of them.
I come only to wish you well, Mr. Ask, for I know you are here upon God's work. I trust the King's Majesty will grant you and your people all their desires.
I have every hope now, as I have every hope that one day you will succeed as Queen of England, for the better maintaining of our faith. Lady, you must know how beloved you are to the people, as was your mother before you. God rest her soul.
Remember me by this. May God bless and keep you, Master Ask.